I'm going to show you right now how you can translate the Bible passages for yourself without a king, using the original text. You'll see right away that you're not being told the whole story. Watch. Go to biblos.com. Click on the KJV version, the King James Version. You're presented with the very first page of the Bible, and quite conveniently, the very first words are, "in the beginning." Cool. Good place to start. Next, God created the heavens and the earth. Period. He's done. The end. Great story, eh? Well, you would think, but something strange happens. The very next sentence seems to go backwards. And. Who starts a sentence with "and"? And the earth was without form and void. Why would King James tell us that God created something, then immediately say that not only is it void, but it doesn't even have a form? How can you create something that doesn't have a form? Well, the answer is you can't, which means our buddy James here is hiding something. Let's find out what it is. Click on the tab called Hebrew. On the left, you have the original text. Next, a transliteration, and something called a Strong's number. Every word in the Bible has a handy reference number assigned to it to help you study it easier. And finally, on the right, we have what the king has authorized the slaves to know. Now, as you begin to hover over the Strong's numbers, you can see hints of other translations. You think we should get authorization before we click on one of these? No. Now, this is interesting. A word in the Bible that has never been translated. Did you know that? In fact, the Bible is full of these. Weird, huh? I find it very interesting that the very first censored word of the Bible is E.T., but I digress. Let's find out what really happened in the beginning. The first word, God, can be translated as little God, or God's plural, or how about this one? Rulers. Rulers created heavens and earth, and that's it. It's a done deal. Maybe there were plants and animals, like dinosaurs, and people too. Maybe even an advanced civilization. Atlantis? So in other words, this planet could have been terraformed by a group of so-called rulers, similar to the movie Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, in which they used a machine fittingly called the Genesis device to create an entire living planet from scratch. You think Gene Roddenberry was trying to tell us something? Now, to an engineer like me, this makes sense. But let's assume for a moment that it was the God, the one that created the entire universe. Click on next verse. Hover over the Strong's number. Earth. That translates okay. Was. Whoops, we have a problem. Looks like the earth had a falling out. Something came to pass. And the earth became something. What did it become? Chaos, confusion, a wasteland. What about this one? Folks, I'm not trying to rewrite the Bible, okay? These aren't my words. In fact, before King What's-His-Face decided to change the text to mean something else, the early church fathers and Hebrew scholars did translate it to mean the earth became a ruin. And it all makes sense now. Genesis is about recreating what once was. And the ones who recreated everything were probably a group of beings. The Elohim, plural, not the original creator. Quite simply put, we are reproductions of the original. We are counterfeits. To illustrate what I mean, look at the story of Adam and Eve. The Elohim told Adam and Eve to repopulate the earth. Do it again. Who knows how many times this has been done? We could be living in Earth 5.0 for all we know. Think about it. Speaking of Adam and Eve, we're generally taught that a rib was taken out of Adam. Now, if I were a woman, I think I would be offended by that. It's a marginalization. In other words, they're saying a woman is only worth a rib. Common sense tells you that this is too demeaning to be true. So what does the original text say? Either rib or side. The Elohim took the side or the part of Adam that was female, literally separating Adam into two unique and opposite individuals. And since Eve got to keep the womb, Adam named her the man with the womb, or the woman. If you haven't figured it out by now, let me make it crystal clear, folks. The Bible is telling you that Adam was originally both male and female in one. This revelation is one of the most highly regarded secrets in the occult world, because as you're about to learn, the ultimate goal of your owners has been for centuries now to be able to one day return Adam and Eve back into the single being again. Why? So that your owners may become gods on earth, as above, so below. And clues are now pointing to a special Triple Helix DNA configuration that will create a new Christ-like Holy Trinity Messiah with the ability to transform at will into flesh, spirit, and God. Just keep in mind that other number, 616. I promise I'll cover this soon. Let's keep going with the translations. Now that you know a bit about translating, let's see if we can apply that knowledge. We know what 666 is, so let's translate the rest of the passage. And he, in other words, the image, the copy, the counterfeit of us, the beast, causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. This translates okay. To receive. Now here's a blatant lie. The original Greek translates as give, or offer, or bring forth. This is important to know because the mark is something you give, you offer, you bring forth. And what's the mark? A stamp, an inscription for identification purposes. Like for example, when you go to the DMV, you give, you offer, you bring forth your right hand to create a thumb stamp. You also give, you offer, you bring forth your forehead to create an image on your license. Next word, in, sometimes on. Now here's a very suspicious mistranslation. This one little word, epi, is in my humble opinion one of the most unfortunate translations I've ever come across. Because of this mistranslation, millions of Christians around the world are doing nothing to stop what's coming because they think the mark will be something they receive on their body, like a microchip or a barcode, which we debunked earlier. Since this isn't happening on a mass scale, they think everything's okay, that there's still time to relax and watch the ball game. It's time to wake up. The word epi translates to on the basis of. On the basis of, not in or on. How do we know this? Because we debunked the earlier myths requiring the need for physical identification. There's no need to put something in you or on you because you are born with the mark. It's your unique handprint and your unique facial recognition features, and you already bring them forth willingly. Now, am I implying that your driver's license is the mark of the beast? No, because as you continue to read, you see that it's something required in order to buy and sell. And last time I checked, you can still buy and sell without a driver's license. So, what could this new ID look like? Don't worry, remember Uncle Mikey's rule? Let's design it right now, you and I together. Ready? Okay, you've already brought forth your right hand, so now I have a scan of it. And since facial recognition cameras are going up all over, and because of social media networks like Facebook, I already know what you look like. Isn't this fun? Can you believe I get paid to do this by you, the taxpayer? Okay, so now we have the mark of you, the beast. Now we need the number of your name. Oh, there it is. Wait, something's missing. It needs to be green, with leaves and a butterfly. Wait. Your owners know you're dumb, but they know you're not that dumb. You're probably going to get scared by that 666 there. What's a more friendlier way of saying 666? Oh yeah, carbon!